It's very rare that an actor's first ever role is all that great. Usually, someone's first role is an extra on a TV show or a minor role in a soap opera or police procedural. However, for underrated actor Michael Rooker, his first role was kind of the role of a lifetime in today's movie, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. The film is somewhat based on the killings of Henry Lee Lucas, a serial killer who killed 11 people over the course of 13 years, until he was caught in 1983 and subsequently died in prison in 2001. The actual film is a fictionalized account of Henry Lee Lucas during the early 1970s. It's about him living a quote unquote normal life after he was initially released from prison in 1970 and started his murders. He gains an accomplice of Otis Toole while forming a bond with Otis's sister, Becky. The movie has this very realistic grindhouse feel that only makes the movie more disturbing to watch, similar to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The opening music is undeniably scary as it has this subtle death metal sound to it that somehow makes it creepier. Pretty much the entire opening is disturbing, showing grisly murders, and the only audio is the victim's screams and how they were murdered. It really sets the tone for a creepy ass movie. There's also a surrealist quality to the whole thing, despite having a more realistic look, as I said. Other than the dead bodies inserted into the movie, there are weird scenes sprinkled throughout, like one scene where Otis's sister casually telling Henry, a man who she just met, how she was molested as a child. It's weird and adds to the creep factor of the whole thing. Everything about this movie is surreal. It seems like whenever a murder happens, nobody gives a shit. Henry regularly kills people throughout the entire movie, yet we don't see him getting questioned by a cop or anything. He just gets away with it scot free, but as I stated, it just makes it all the more creepy. The director did later state that this film was meant to show Lucas's fantasies rather than what actually happened, so there is that. Michael Rooker plays Henry as sort of a normal guy detached from reality, somewhat. For a first performance, it's quite good and he handles the material well. The late Tom Towles as Otis does a great job as a creepy and disgusting pervert, and Tracy Arnold as his sister Becky also does a good job as the innocent young sister. Another great thing about this movie is that despite being made in the 1980s, it isn't treated like a slasher, similar to The Stepfather. It's treated like a grimy crime film, but following the killer rather than the cops. This film is an interesting watch purely for the surreal tone the film has. It's interesting, disturbing, and very, very strange. It's different, but my god, is it good. It's a movie like nothing you've ever seen before. Check it out.